Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frosted Glass. I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages. I like boobs.
Mom spaghetti.
Stop it! You're confusing Moon. All right, Moonshock.
I came here to say Tron Lives Matter. Tron Lives Matter, and just because they have black suits does not mean that they are being culturally appropriating.
Terry Diamandis.
Hi.
And this week's special guest, Kyiverdam.
Hello.
No.
Shush.
Hi, son.
Hi, son.
So how are you guys doing?
Well, first of all, I'm waiting for her to say. Oh, go! You got to say it. Go say hi, Jack. Hi, Keeve. Hi, Frosted. Hi, Terry. So if anybody wants their hi from Sun, go for it and put it in chat, and she'll read it.
Sure.
Oh, 'cause we got people going already.
Hi, Frosted. Hi, Jack. Hi, Terry. Hi, Keith. Hi, Rotten Corpse.
Sounds like she's at the bottom of a well.
Hi, Bob Potato. Hi,
She's
Granny
upstairs.
Hill. Hi, Takataka. Hi, Dr. Funk.
Lassie, what are you trying to say to us? You're telling us that sun fell down the well?
Okay, she's done.
Oh, hi, Mark. All right.
I'm sorry, but I can't. Oh, hi, son. No, wait, no, never mind.
All right. Well, to start off, I think we all owe a sincere apology.
Hi, John Mesa.
And I think you'll all agree with me.
Oh my God.
We owe Bernie Sanders an apology.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Hold on. Who is this motherfucker? Adebayo. Have we seen this person before? A Adebayo.
Abitibidibu?
First of all, I don't owe Bernie Sanders jack shit. I don't owe him a goddamn thing. The Democrat Party might owe him something, but I don't.
No, it's an open letter from the American people. This is from all of us.
You do not speak for me, bitch.
Except Terry.
This guy is Nigerian.
Dear Bernie, you should be the current president of the United States of America. You have been entirely consistent in your political beliefs since you burst onto the scene as a mayor in the 1980s.
No.
And much more importantly, you were right about nearly everything.
No.
You were right.
Cynic says, "Why are you gay?"
Dear Bernie, why are you gay?
Why are you gay? You were right about the avarice of the insatiably rapacious. Oh, somebody's got a thesaurus.
Wow.
Corporations which have been sucking the life out of America's desperately poor for the last 40 years.
Entirely wrong.
You were absolutely bang on the money about the extortionate university tuition fees and the urgent need for debt forgiveness.
Oh, this guy he's a lifelong bibliophile, so that would explain his rather expanded vocabulary.
Yeah, at least
No,
it's not pigeon.
It's the federal government's fault for basically guaranteeing a student's ability, a U.S. citizen's ability to attend college, that the prices became so inflated. It's because it created an inelastic demand, and so colleges were able to jack up the prices without any retribution.
College is a human right.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Fewer people should be going to colleges. The colleges would be turning out more intelligent students rather than a whole bunch of half-wits like it's doing today.
You were right to be outraged by the corporations charging an absolute fortune for insulin to treat their diabetes.
Like I said, if you didn't make it a human right, this problem wouldn't be happening.
It's the diabetes.
And you were right about paying people a living wage in the richest country in the world.
You don't even know what a living wage is.
It's like, what, $30 an hour?
Like, I think Ben Shapiro said it best. Give me a reason why wages should be $15 an hour, and I'll give you a reason why they should be $1 million. There's
It's a living
no
wage.
there's no logical there's no logical stop. There's no logical stopping point to any of the arguments for minimum wage.
I mean, all it does is make unemployment worse, because if you're not worth the minimum wage, you just won't get hired. It's like, sure, the people who have jobs might be making more money, but there's going to be far fewer people who have jobs if you keep cranking up the minimum wage.
Well, yeah, we have robots do all the labor and everything, and everybody gets to just, do nothing and paint and stuff for eternity.
Mhm.
And everything would be perfect.
We now have robots at my factory too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and isn't
mean,
everything
what
perfect
is-
there?
I mean, what is a robot if not just a slightly more complicated machine? And by that standard, we've had robots in our factories for 150 years.
Yeah. Some of them aren't even in operation yet.
Oh man, now I want to see like a Skynet thing, but it's like cotton gins becoming self-aware. It's like Industrial Revolution machines like turning on humanity.
You're joking, but that would make an awesome fucking movie.
I know, that would be awesome.
You know, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of fucking people out there named Adebayo Adeniran.
A steam powered Terminator. That'd be great.
Did you find a picture? Did you find a picture of a moon?
There's the only picture that I found of this person is the same one that he has on Medium, and that's of a kid, and I'm not going to share that picture.
Okay.
I just like the idea of like some slave owner going, "Well, what am I meant to do with these guys now?"
Yeah.
Like,
You would be proud of Braniel after you mentioned the sentient cotton gin line. He said, "Isn't that just roots?"
I get it. Okay. Unlike your political contemporaries in the Democrat Party, who have always pretended to be on the side of the working people, you were genuine in your affection for the very poorest in society.
No,
And when
you weren't.
No, he was. It says right here.
Oh,
And-
wait, I think I did find a picture of this guy.
This man literally got kicked out of a commune for being too lazy. Do you really think that he's all that invested in the fucking people?
Yes.
obviously.
And when you decided to run for president, you gave so many of us great hope that things could be done differently, that a new America was possible.
No, you didn't.
Barack Obama, who was the lackey of the corporate America, who never did have the testicular fortitude to stand up to the powerful interests, worked arduously as he had never done before in undermining your attempt to secure the party nomination ahead of the 2016 elections.
Okay, his picture's
Well-
in chat.
I certainly won't argue the point that Barack Obama was a cronyist, because he was. Big time.
But he was black, so he's the chosen one.
Yes.
Right.
Hillary Clinton, who faced off against Trump, had a rap sheet as long as her priapic and corrupt husband and the wider voting public made the all-important choice in batting for the reality TV star. But in all honesty, the carpet-bagging former New York senator was a pygmy in every sense compared to you.
I mean, I would have voted for Trump if I was allowed to.
Man.
Why does he look like a terrorist?
And when you made the all-important decision to run in 2019, it was clear that you stood out from the rest. Not even Joe Biden stood a chance back then. And just like in 2016, the puppet masters within the party dictated to Pete Buttigieg, Kamala Harris and Cory Booker, who proceeded to do as they were told, thereby undermining one of our very best opportunities in electing the most progressive politician in the Western Hemisphere since Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Yes, that.
But I thought that an old white man wasn't progressive for anyone.
But he's one of the good ones. He's an ally.
Being a human shield.
Let's see. And while it is important to acknowledge,
Traffic.
Damn.
You can't close your window?
and while
You can't close your window? Because that was some loud traffic.
I can, but it's already hot enough. I'll probably
Okay.
melt even further if I do.
No problem. What?
and while it
Nothing. I just found a very, very funny picture, but I can't share it.
All right.
and while it is important to acknowledge the strides being made by President Biden, it is not quite the same as what.
What the hell was that?
An angry cat, I think.
Oh shit.
No, that was me chortling.
Sure.
I like chortles.
I like chortles.
It is not quite the same as what we would have stood to gain having you in charge of the world's affairs. We strongly believe that you would have taken a much more robust position on Benjamin Netanyahu and the Israeli government, which has continued to kill and displace Palestinians.
Yeah,
And there it emerges.
Mm-hmm.
You would have taken out the Jews for us. We strongly believe that you would have gone much more further than Joe Biden in wiping off trillions of debt loaded onto Americans, and you would have broken the backs of those avaricious insurance companies who have profited off the misery and ill health of the people.
It turns out that having a thesaurus is not a substitute for actually understanding grammar.
Yeah, you know what wipes out debt is making everything free and giving everybody anything they want.
Of course, that's always been how it works.
Yeah. For those of us on the left of the political spectrum, we have always wondered if anti-Semitism wasn't a huge part of the selling point of those who opposed you in your worldview.
Anti-Semitism, wasn't this person just bitching about Israel?
No, they're not real Jews.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I kind of understand in that there's a distinction between Jews, the religion, and Jews, the ethnicity. In much the same way that like we talk about Muslims, the ethnicity, and Muslims, the religion.
Arabs.
Cause, yeah, it's kind of like, it's stupid.
Yeah,
It's stupid that distinction needs to be made. There should just be two definitive, distinct words for each one so that we can criticize the religion if we want to. Or we can criticize the government if we want to.
if you criticize one, then you're an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
It certainly was for the folks at Rupert Murdoch's Fox News, who have been quite active in playing up some Jewish conspiracy by the likes of George Soros. And it certainly was for the white evangelicals. And here we are in 2023, with inflation ripping through lives and our collective wealth being eroded, and we are left wondering what could have been, had we made the decision in 2020 to hand you the nomination. It should not come as a surprise that millions of young people do not see the word socialist as a pejorative term. Thanks to you, they see it as a term of endearment, and it is fair to state that the young Democrats in Congress, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Cory Bush, Ellen Omar, are firmly on your side.
Why wouldn't you want the word socialist to be a pejorative? It should be a pejorative. Every time somebody tries socialism, every time somebody tries communism, millions of people die.
That's
Yeah,
because
what
they
you-
don't
what
do
you-
it right.
It has
But
been
you need to understand,
100%. It has a 100% failure rate.
No,
It
what
is
you need to
unanimous.
understand: 4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
No,
More like
socialism.
Alexandria occasional cortex.
No, socialism works
Yeah, I thought-
perfectly over in like Denmark or whatever. You know, the country that keeps
Yeah.
asking Bernie to stop calling them socialist.
And isn't Ilhan Omar gone?
I don't know.
Well, she was kicked off some committee, but she's still a
Oh.
representative or senator. I forget which.
I don't pay attention.
Also,
I should, but
calling out anti-Semitism, but supporting Ilhan Omar. That's an interesting move.
Yeah.
Somehow Minnesota got a very large Somalian population.
She wants to do to the Jews what her brother does to her.
No.
She wants
as
to eat.
Minnesota to say the squad.
She wants to.
Minnesota.
She wants to eat out the Jews.
Does anybody even know anybody from Minnesota?
P Dog.
I think so.
Oh, P-Dog's from Minnesota. Oh, he needs to get the hell out of there.
In conclusion, it is fair to state that we are the American people. That we the American people are paying a high price of letting the oligarchs and their friends and the media gaslight us into thinking that you are going to destroy our way of life. You were right.
Fabricated too. Will.
You were right and we were wrong for this. We owe you a profound apology. Yours sincerely, the American people.
I'm so glad I'm not American and I don't have this idiot speaking for me.
Oh, look, there's one written to Jeremy Corbyn, too.
What a name.
English.
Adebayo Adeniran.
Braniel's saying who? He's an English politician. He's basically like the English version of Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Well, yep. I and all the Americans here, sorry, Bernie. All right. And now, with the end of the first article comes the first game.
The best game.
And that is Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition. Where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words,
Stunky.
and you guys fill in those words Mad Lib style, and the chat will vote on which one is best. All right. So,
Telephone.
yeah, answer the phone. All right. Jack, I need a transitive verb.
About something I want to do to you right now. Slap.
You're a very violent person, Jack.
Yes. He is.
All right. Moon, I need a living thing.
Prostitute.
All right. Terry, I need a transitive verb.
Still away.
Sorry, I had to tuck down and pick stuff up.
Oh. Well, I need a transitive verb.
Grope.
Okay. Okay. Kiev, I need an adjective that isn't chunky.
And I can't fight this feeling anymore. How about sloppy?
Alright, so let's see, Moon, give me a person possessive.
Joe Biden's. Because I refuse to call him president.
Puddin' brain.
I get my ice cream.
Listen
Geriatric
here, fat.
houseplant.
Fat.
Senile mannequin.
Alright, Terry, I need a person.
Let's go. Keep it on the same theme as the last one. Let's go Jill Biden.
Joe. Good one.
All right. Kiev, Kiev, I need an adjective that isn't chunky.
Again.
Oh, I thought that was Terry's.
No, you get the second one.
Oh, okay. Suave, I guess.
Ooh.
That works.
Man,
Suave.
There's so many adjectives that aren't chunky. Wow. All right.
It's funny that
Amazing.
All right.
Chunk.
Incredible.
And Jack, I need a transitive verb ending in ing.
About what I want to do to you right now. Punching.
Punching down.
All right. So let's see. Jack's is, I don't want to slap Joe Biden's junk in public.
Wait, what is it? It went silent for me again. Hold on.
I don't want to slap Joe Biden's junk in public.
Oh.
All right. And Moons, a transgender prostitute exists for every type of guy, even Jill Biden.
if only I'd gone Michelle Obama.
Oh.
All right. Terry's, it's time to grope our suave kids.
Oh.
Just send them to public school. That'll happen.
All right. And Kiev's, why sloppy women are afraid of punching their own vagina.
Hmm.
All right. And I'll start a poll so the chat can vote on which one is best.
Looks like Terry
Well,
is a
I will-
teacher.
Yeah.
I will at the very least say I agree with mine. In fact, I don't want to slap Joe Biden's junk in public or
Oh.
anywhere for that
Keep it
matter.
private.
Would you do it in a
You
box with a fox?
Oh. Would you do it with a chick with a dick?
We
Steve
can't
Shives-
vote, can we?
Steve Shives would.
Ah, yeah, Mr. Moist
Oh.
Lips himself.
Only the chat can vote, right?
Hey,
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
vote if you want.
vote.
Okay.
If you're a member of the chat, which I
I-
am.
I've posted in chat. Okay.
you go.
Oh.
It looks like Kiev's winning.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna vote for Kieves.
And also, we have
I think
31
my-
we have 31 viewers, but only 17 likes. So
I think mine
Slackers.
is a close second, but I think that Kieves wins out.
That don't math.
What? Sloppy women are afraid of punching their own vaginas? Well, there you go.
I don't know. I kind of like
Well, the
Moons.
likes.
Every
Oh,
type
come on,
of guy,
Kiwi.
even Jill Biden.
Steve, if you were sloppy, would you be afraid of punching your own vagina?
I'd say so, yeah. Especially if it's buttery.
Ah, why buttery women are afraid of punching?
I still think that the funniest person to list in a person prompt is what's her name from Georgia,
Stacey Abrams?
the governor. Yeah,
Oh.
Stacey Abrams. Because the woman is just so inherently ridiculous.
That's true.
Has she ever won anything?
Second prize in a beauty contest, but that was a game of Monopoly.
Did she
Yeah.
get $10?
All right. Well, I think I can close the poll. Looks like Kiev won with 53%.
Whoa! Go Kiev.
Nice.
It's because she's the guest.
Mm. Yeah, the guest does
Simply
win
the
a lot.
guest.
I usually win this game, but I didn't this time.
Okay, you gonna whine about it?
Yes.
All right. And now, this next article, I am not completely sure it's not a Poe,
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
but
Yes.
but I'm gonna read it
Here
anyway.
we go.
He's gonna read it anyway.
Kimba the White Lion: The Linguistics of White Supremacy, Part 1.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh, here we go.
Who's this fucker? Roan Kenyatta?
You do realize it was made in Japan. It's not a white people thing. It's an
Yes,
Asian
it is.
thing.
You don't have to be white supremacist. There's plenty of black white supremacists out there, like Satsu and Pat.
Yeah. All right. Recently, there's been an awakening of European Americans pertinent to pernicious racism in the United States.
Can we confiscate all the thesauruses in Medium Land?
Yeah.
No shit.
The collective 400-year slumber is no more. Yeah, people only started complaining about racism recently. I can only hope that they are not sleepwalking. Whatever the case, it is a teachable moment for people like me to enhance that awakening, and I am here to report for duty with my childhood pal Kimba.
Duty.
Can we commit genocide against the group of people who unironically use the phrase teachable moment?
Let's see. In the early 70s, Kimba was one of my favorite cartoons. Like all cartoons, Kimba had a theme song. Here are the lyrics to Kimba the White Lion. Who lives down in deepest, darkest Africa? Who's the one who brought the jungle fame? Who's the king of animals in Africa? Kimba the White Lion is his name.
I'm scandalized and mortified and just disgusted with the white supremacy in that song.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
It's a white lion, don't you see, Terry? It's a white lion.
Those damn white supremacist Japs.
Hang on, if he's African, how come he's white?
Pictures in chat.
Well,
Oh, so you're saying that Kimba is an allegory for Elon Musk?
Albinoism is why.
well, one of the unintentionally funny lines from one of the Kimba episodes, I only know this because of the YMS video on it, is Kimba, your fur is white because you come from a long line of great leaders.
How dare you?
Let's see. When we get in trouble and we're in a fight, who's the one who just won't turn and run? Who believes in doing good and doing right? Kimba, the White Lion, is the one. He's the great leader, there's no doubt of it. He's the one we count on night and day. When there's danger, he can get us out of it. Kimba, the White Lion, leads the way. Sticking with the animal kingdom and cartoons, there are the Wikipedia descriptions of those most iconic of children's cartoon characters, Donald and Daffy Duck. Donald Duck is a white duck. Donald's
Oh
two
no! Please tell me that's not true.
Oh my god.
Donald's two dominant personality traits are his short temper and positive outlook on life.
It's humorous, asshole.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's racist.
Oh, but Mickey's a
the
black
reason-
mouse, so yeah.
The reason people like Donald Duck is because Donald Duck gets dumped on in like every fucking cartoon he's in.
No, it's because he's white. That's why
People
no
like-
one likes Daffy Duck.
People like to well wait a sec. But Donald Duck gets dumped on too though. They both get dumped on.
Yeah.
This is completely
And
irrelevant.
people
Jack.
like to watch both of them flip out. They're pretty much the same character, more or less, except that Daffy Duck is considerably more like he has
He's
more
Daffy.
like Jerry Lewis quality to him.
Daffy Duck is better.
Daffy is much better.
Yeah.
You know what just occurred to me? I'm taking a look at a picture of Mickey Mouse. Is he a black mouse and white face?
Yep.
He's
doing
You guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
He's culturally appropriating with the white face.
No, white face is fine.
Ah.
Okay.
White chicks.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true, but I did hear that the way we pronounce the word despicable is actually incorrect, And Daffy Duck says it that way to prove how stupid he is. But because so many people were unfamiliar with the word, they just assumed that's how you say it. And so now that's how everyone pronounces it.
Was it
Was it
supposed to be
despicable?
despiceable?
Despicable. With a lisp.
Despicable.
You're
Despicable.
I don't know what the correct pronunciation was. You emphasized a different syllable, and like him saying it wrong was meant to be the joke to prove that he's an idiot. But because no one knows the word outside of Daffy Duck, they just okay, that must be how you say it.
Oh my god.
Does
What?
that
There's a fact check on Snope about no, Mickey Mouse isn't being replaced as Disney's mascot.
Mhm.
Who cares?
Why are you
Well,
looking
I mean,
at Snopes?
This was
there-
well because I just did a
I mean-
stupid look at Mickey Mouse, and this is one of the top returns.
that's a legitimate question though, because some of the earliest Disney cartoons are entering the public domain soon this year, and those are going to include cartoons with Mickey Mouse. So it's like
They'll just change the law. From what
they will.
From what I understand, as soon as Mickey Mouse is about to enter public domain, suddenly they change the public domain laws so that
Yep.
it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Disney is a major company, so yeah, I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah, that's happened the last several times, and also I understand that there's supposed to be like some other loophole that they use where the name Mickey Mouse is trademarked, so that acts sort of like a de facto
Well, I don't
copyright.
I don't know if it's going to apply to Mickey Mouse, but with Sherlock Holmes, apparently only one sort of characterization of Sherlock Holmes is public domain. So if you want Sherlock to have friends, that's not public domain. The Sherlock that has friends is still copyright protected. You have to use the Sherlock from the very, very early books if you want to claim public domain.
you have to
And
make
so maybe they could do something like that with Mickey Mouse.
you have to make him an incel?
Yeah.
Well, you need the very specific characterization of addicted to whatever drug he's addicted to, and no friends, and mean to everyone. Like if you try and present him any other way, like that was like present in the more recent Sherlock Holmes stories, that's actually not public domain, and that's actually why the Phoenix Wright game that has Herlock Sholmes in it had to call him that because it was the friendly Sherlock, which is still copyright.
So I can't make Sherlock like addicted to fentanyl. Let's see. Donald almost never intends to hurt anyone. Donald is Mickey's best friend. Daffy Duck is a black duck, a wild and zany screwball, often arrogant.
And he always gets shot too, right? So is that why he always gets shot by Elmer Fudd and his beak goes in different directions?
See, that's how you know that Looney Tunes isn't real life. In real life, he'd be shot by another black person.
It is advised that if one is approached by a brown bear, to curl up and play dead. On the other hand, if approached by a black bear, it is advised that one fight back.
Fucking mincing words.
What the fuck does that mean? What you're saying that the mentality of different species of bears is somehow related to racism?
No, the advice, the fact that you're giving different advice for different bears, that's racist. Never mind that you need to apply different strategies to survive the encounter. That's irrelevant. The fact that you're giving different advice for brown bears than you do for black bears means you hate black.
I thought that brown peoples and black peoples were the same thing to these people.
Oh no.
Hey,
No.
Yeah, what happens if you're attacked by a polar bear?
Well, then you
let it do
Then you give it a home look.
You let it do whatever it wants because obviously it has privilege.
That's right.
If you're attacked by a black bear, you yell, "He's resisting arrest."
And then you sprinkle some crack on him.
Let's see. On the other hand, if approached by a black bear, it is advised that one fight back. Use anything and everything as a weapon. Rocks, sticks, fists, and your teeth. Aim your blows on the bear's face, particularly the eyes and snout. When it would be great if it said, especially his big lips. Let's see.
His nose is flat, so it's a bigger target.
When a black bear sees that their victim is willing to fight to the death, they'll usually just give up. Interesting. As an
Well, I mean, they're different animals. Of course, they react differently.
No, a bear's a bear.
I think you're right. I think this is a Poe.
Yeah, big time.
There's no way. There's no fucking way that a human being could be this totally stupid.
Well, especially in the next thing that he's going to be saying here.
As an amplification to the aforementioned, all things white are great. There's the great white tiger, the great white shark, the great white ape. In Herman Melville's great American novel, Moby Dick, it was a great white whale that bit off a portion of Ahab's leg. Of course, all of these animals are pursued by the great white hunter.
Well, let's see. Let me do some competition here. There's a great black wasp. There's a great black hawk. There's a great black shark. There's a great black-beaked gull. There's lots of things that have great and black too. So I don't want to
hold on. Do you know these off the top of your head, or did you just do a Google search for them?
Oh, I've got a Google search right here. So this motherfucker is an idiot. What, do you think I know this stupid trivia shit? No.
Yes.
See, this is the
there is a great black swamp.
This is the misinformation that they've been telling us about, Moon. None of those are real animals.
Gotcha.
Well, none of them are actually great. They're just kind of okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's great. Black swamp is in Ohio. It looks ugly. Oh, wait, I guess I shouldn't say that
there you
either.
go, racism.
Oh, yeah, I know.
White greatness is not limited to the animal kingdom any more than black undesirability and negativity is.
Well, and they
Wait,
drained
does this
the
mean
great black
that?
swamp.
Does this mean that white people are 3 times larger than black people?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
I mean, not from the statistics I've seen, but okay.
Well, statistics are just how the white man lies to black people.
Yeah. Let's see. A few days ago, I had occasion to notice the posts on my daughter's car battery. The posts are demarcated by 2 colors, red and black. The red post is the positive post, while the black one is the negative post.
I like this guy. He's pretty on top of things. He's seen all of the racisms.
Yeah.
He's reaching.
This guy speaks for our generation.
Clearly.
The Bible is a...
Have you ever noticed how there's a negative connotation to darkness?
Hey, they're a great band.
What?
Or
I
how
didn't hear that.
how
What?
about Star Wars, the light side and the dark?
Yeah, and Darth Vader was
Oh.
black.
I rest my case.
There you go. George Lucas, secret racist.
Not secret. Pretty blatant. The black guy's the villain.
Yeah. Let's see. The Bible... Well, he's working for a white guy, so like he's an Uncle Tom, I guess.
Ugh. It just keeps getting worse.
Well, do you want to know what game is extremely racist? Chess. Why? Because white always goes first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, black goes first in checkers.
Oh, wow.
And that's why
And so
checkers sucks.
never play with Johnny or Camel because they just get the first turn advantage.
I like checkers. Shut up.
The Bible is a wealth of white greatness and the imagery thereof. If one were to search the term angel, virtually every image that pops up is a winged white person.
And the rest of them are David Boreanaz because of the TV show.
Oh, James Colley makes
Yeah.
a good point. Darth Vader was black, and he led white troops.
Yeah.
Well, except for the black TIE fighter pilots.
George Lucas, secret progressive.
And thank you, Angela Arriaga. Appreciate that. wishing me a happy birthday.
Want me to sing it for you Monday, Moon?
It's not a
It's
real
Monday.
birthday.
It's Monday, not
It's
tonight.
not a real birthday. Come back to me next year.
Yeah.
Moon, do you want me to sing it for you Monday?
Yeah, that's up to you. You sang for me last year, so you don't have to sing again if you don't want
All
to.
right.
That is up to you.
All right.
If one were to search the term, a winged white person, which only makes sense since the term comes from the word Anglia or Anglo.
Oh God.
The 12 disciples of Jesus were all white. Apparently, so was Jesus himself.
Oh my God.
Are we counting the Jews as white now?
Apparently. Middle Eastern Jews, nonetheless. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the only character/entity of the Bible that is depicted as having dark, reddish-brown skin is Satan. And though I would be considered by some black as sin, this is no little white lie, lest I be blackballed for pointing it out. God forbid.
Wait a second. Is Satan has red skin though? Wouldn't that be like the red terminal on the battery?
No. It's black now.
Stop changing
Kick
the
off.
subject, Jack. Just like a white person.
Yeah.
But you want to know what's also racist? Charcoal. Why? Because you have to burn it.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it's black.
And it warms
Oh wait,
white
no.
people.
No. Charcoal becomes white after you burn it. So does that mean that it becomes non-racist afterwards?
And if you pressure it enough, it becomes diamonds.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, there you go. See? If you put your foot on its head hard enough, it'll become a diamond.
If you put your knee on its neck hard enough, it'll become a diamond. God forbid I perpetuate my destiny as the black sheep. When I was about 5 years old, I had a pair of 6-shooter cap pistols, and so did my neighbor, Larry. Larry and I were the same age. He had a Chinese mother, a white father, and we were best buddies. If you saw one of us, you saw the other. One day we were playing cowboys, and I had on one of those tin sheriff's badges. Since I had the badge, and subsequent to our gunfight, I told Larry, "Put your hands up, I'm taking you in." Larry stopped and looked at me incredulously, and said, "You can't be the sheriff. You are black and I am white, and everybody knows." And everybody knows that good guys wear white.
And we've also learned that blacks don't make the best cops lately, right? Right, because with that little incident that we never heard about because it obviously didn't happen.
But that represented white supremacy.
Yes.
I would
give. What do you think is the percentage chance that exchange actually happened?
100%.
Yeah. I would love it so much if the kid replied with, "Well, you should be building the railroad."
Uh-oh, Keith's gone.
She'll be back.
Guessing computer troubles.
Mm.
Let's see. Okay. A day of enlightenment I shall never forget. Out of the mouths of babes. Children learn as toddlers that the best things are white. Santa Claus is white. Batman is white. Aquaman is white. Superman, the baddest man ever because he could fly, is white. The original Superfly. Jesus may have walked on water, but Superman could fly.
He's also from another fucking planet.
White cakes are angel food, while their dark counterpart is devil's food.
Yeah, but what though? Devil's food is much more expensive, much more delicious than angel's food.
Yeah, chocolate's better than vanilla.
Obviously.
One of the world's most expensive food ingredients are truffles, which I love. However, black truffle is considered inferior to its white truffle counterpart, though it sells for about $1,200 per pound. On the other hand, the white truffle is upwards of $6,000 per pound.
It's a fungus, you asshole.
Black
I
people.
thought black was only meant to be 2/3 of a person. Sounds like it's much less now.
Just be careful when you're eating mushrooms because 50% of all mushroom poisonings are caused by only 13% of the mushroom species.
Mm. Very true.
Having computer trouble, Keith?
All right.
He's not even here.
But yes,
There
I
she
am.
is. Oh, it was a little bit delayed
It
for
keeps. I don't know why StreamYard keeps going silent every couple minutes for like 5 seconds. I don't get it. So I restarted my computer.
me.
Might be a connection issue. Hopefully, it'll be fine now.
Yeah, this is big time Poe here. This guy
Well,
doesn't know
see-
what the fuck he's talking about.
5 years ago, I would have said, yeah, probably. 2023, there's people just retarded. There are. Don't
Yeah.
pretend you haven't seen them.
That's true. I mean, the thing is that there's some sort of weird mental disorder that's been, it seems to go around, where people think that they can make these vague, superficial connections in their mind, and that somehow makes reality contort around them. It's like the natural extension of that correlation does not imply
Causation.
impart causation. It's like the logical extent of that phrase, except that the correlation is practically non-existent.
I'll see what the chat
It's like
thinks.
I made some shit up, and I'm going to say that's correlation, and because of that, I'm making that shit up, and it's saying it's correlation. Now it's causation.
I'm gonna see what the chat thinks. They're leaning Poe so far. All right,
Hey, this
I
isn't
think
gender
it's
efficient, so I mean, we can't even consult Braniel for the expertise.
in Western culture,
Daniel's having technical difficulties, so
But-
he's
In other words,
not
Google's
available
broken.
for consult.
Google's not working, so we can't look up the answer.
in
Hold on, let me ask him. Hey, Braniel, is this guy a Poe? Braniel says that yes, this man is indeed a Poe.
in Western culture, white is worn at weddings to symbolize chastity and purity. Weddings are considered happy events, though I say it all depends. At the polar opposite of weddings are funerals. In Western culture, black is the color of mourning and is worn to funerals. Ironically, in most of the world, white is worn to funerals and by those in mourning. Currently, there's much discussion. Man, this guy puts everything in quotes. Some guy said discussion once. All right. About police brutality and it incessantly being a part of the lives of black people in America. Police in the United States evolved, or revolved from something called slave patrols. And I suspect I need not expound on what that was. I hope that while European Americans are awake, that they ask themselves why those patrol cars are black and white and are referred to as same. I mentioned that to a European American fellow not long ago, and he rather self-righteously stated, "That's just the color of the cars."
Well, that is just naive. Obviously, there's great symbolism and racism.
Lost
at play
Jack.
here.
No.
Jack.
Yeah, people are dropping like flies. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, he's back.
Technical issues. But I don't know if you heard before I got cut off, but Braniel says, yes, indeed, this is a Poe.
Yes, we heard that.
Let's see. There was nothing I could add. Even police departments with cars that are different color euphemistically refer to them as black and whites. As a police recruit, one spends a great deal of time with the rangemaster, and just like those patrol cars, the silhouette targets that you fire on are a black human-shaped silhouette against a white background.
Well, wait a second. If the cop cars are called black and whites, doesn't that mean that the cops represent racial unity?
No.
No, the white is the front seat and the black is the back seat. Think,
Black seat.
yeah. Think long and hard about that while you are awake and before lapsing back into a coma, white America. Any
I
psychologist.
don't have to worry. I'm not white America, so I'm safe.
But you do owe an apology to Bernie Sanders. Any
Well, no, he's not American.
he still owes him one. All right.
Sorry, Bernie.
Any psychologist or counterintelligence professional will validate this type of literal and linguistic psychosocial bombardment has a major effect on those subjected to it. By the time a child starts kindergarten in the United States, that child has been firmly inculcated with terminology and imagery that subliminally gives them a sense of white supremacy and black inferiority or negativity.
So, truth.
Yeah.
We all know how racist those public school teachers are.
Oh, yes, actually.
Yeah.
Racist in the opposite direction that is being
Yeah.
implied, but yes, they are.
I bet this guy thinks that white supremacy talks to him through the fillings in his teeth.
White supremacy told me to burn things.
That is a fact that no half-educated person can argue, and it matters not the child's ethnicity. White supremacy is a state of mind. It is not an act, and until the inhabitants of the United States seriously understand the depth of this disease, it will not be cured, but continue to be a perennial masturbational psychosocial group grope and exercise in futility.
Masturbational?
Yeah.
Masturbatory.
No, apparently it's masturbational.
It's a cross between masturbation and conversational. So like when you're jerking off and trying to talk to someone on the phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't do that.
So anytime I'm on the phone. There will be no significant change because that would require that the United States become an entirely different country, which is not going to happen without a great deal of human misery.
Oh. I don't know if it's happening for anyone else, but this
No.
thing started buffering.
It is indeed happening.
Okay, it's fixed now at my end.
Okay.
It's working for
Yeah,
me.
it seems okay now.
Hmm.
Braniel's technical issues have transferred to Frosted.
Yeah,
What's working?
the stream.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. For a second, it was buffering at my end, and apparently Jack's as well. But it's
Okay.
fixed now.
And I think it was for me too.
It looks like 62% of the chat thinks this is a Poe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's just wishful thinking.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't say anything unreasonable to me. I don't know.
There was nothing. I mean, the whole thing was stupid. But normally, when it's a Poe, there's like giveaways. Like if you look at what Titania McGrath was saying, like you could tell there was an undertone of criticism. Like she was making fun of the ideas that she was espousing. I didn't get that from this guy.
That's not necessarily true. Sometimes very good satire isn't very explicit, and it doesn't like it doesn't wink at the audience. It just has like a very specific thing that it's trying to put across. And I think the thing this article was trying to put across was very much what I had in mind. This weird association game these types of people play, where they make crazy, insane associations and interpret them as some sort of broader societal trend.
I'm not saying the guy's not a Poe. I'm just saying there's people this retarded out there. Like, I don't think there's anything in here that's an automatic giveaway that no, this is a troll post.
I don't know. I think it was the battery terminals that did it for me.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm just more cynical. I think there's no depth to human retardation at this point.
Yeah, there's it's retards all the way down.
Yeah, pretty much.
All the way down.
He's got a whopping he's got a whopping 70 followers, so he's only reaching a very small proportion.
All right. Well, now it's time.
Maybe if I checked out his Twitter, maybe it'd be a bit clearer that he's trolling or not.
All right. Well, now it's time for the second game, which is for the chat only. Jack.
Boobs.
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 Oh, gotta end that poll. All right. And that is the caption contest. where I'll show you a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it. And we'll vote on which one is best, and whichever one is best, I'll tweet out after the show.
I have a criticism. Your poll only adds up to 99%, which means it's not including rounding errors.
No, it means 1% of people abstained.
Yeah. They voted present. All right. So
Reclaiming my time.
I'm not sure of the context of this one, but I saw it on Twitter.
What the hell?
I'm guessing it's some sort of woke retreat or something, where a lot of men are bowing down to their women.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming it's some feminist thing.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
God, what must it be like to live in one of these people's heads? To be so fucking insecure about literally everything.
What's with the postures and the women's postures? Like, why are they like doing those hand movements?
I don't know. That they're just emotional and stupid.
Yeah.
Let's see.
5 cocky men.
Please give me PP touches. Let's see. The National Foot Fetish Convention. Let's see.
No, Quentin Tarantino's not in there.
Yeah. The beta male lineup. Giving in to the power of pussy. Let's see. Yeah, 5 cucky men. We are ready for our peggings, mistress.
Clip that.
Let's see. Face down, wallets up. Can I smell your feet? No, it must be your pussy then.
I do like that joke, but I mean, it is also a very old joke, so I don't know if I can give it a vote.
Copulins.
Preparing to be pegged. Let's see. When foot models meet their top OnlyFans donators. Hippie struggle session. We beg forgiveness for giving you the right to vote. Standard Democrat males morning. The new Black Panther trailer seems kind of off.
I like that one.
I don't know. What ones do you guys like so far?
I like the Black Panther trailer one. Because it does look like she's doing like the hand symbol for the Wakanda Forever thing.
Which one is the Wakanda forever symbol?
Yeah, like with the arms crossed in front of you.
Yeah, the one who looks like she's choking herself.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Let's see. The only way to escape the nagging is to bury our heads in the sand.
I like that one. Your string isn't showing. Oh my god, I like that one.
That's a good one. You're putting the pussy on a pedestal. Yeah, give it a few more seconds. Yeah, so which do you guys think is best?
That's the string one. Your string isn't showing.
Jack?
I'm gonna wait to see if there's a tie. Fine, I'll say fine. I'll do the only way to escape the nagging is to bury our heads in the sand.
All right. Let's see, Terry.
I'll give it to James with the string.
Kiev.
I guess the nagging part, the nagging one.
Yeah. I think I gotta go with the string one. All right. So looks like James Colley is the winner this week. So,
Congratulations.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't get that one. Is it a tampon joke?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Get no string.
No strings.
Never wish away strings.
Well, I believe Kyiverdam is working hard to make sure there's plenty of springs for everyone.
All right. So now our next article. Al Gore lost his shit at the Economic Forum in Davos, and for it he deserves another Nobel Peace Prize.
No.
Every time I see that, I read it as Davos because like it's a nickname for David down here, Davo.
That's a nickname for David down there?
Yeah, Davo is
Hmm.
like a nickname for David, and so it sounds like he was at his mate Davo's place.
So wait,
And,
what do you call women named Abby then?
Can someone tell me what does Al Gore actually do?
He versus his shit at Davo's place.
Yeah. He went over to some
what
guy.
does he actually do that is of tangible value to society?
We just
He
told you.
stars in South Park.
He goes
He's
to
in South
Davos.
Park.
Yeah, he warns us all about Man Bear Pig.
Man, bear, pig. I will not be able to find a picture of this guy, so instead I'll find something else.
You can find a picture of Al Gore, but then
Hey.
again, who'd want to look at Al Gore?
If you haven't seen Gore's outburst on the stage during the leading the charge through Earth's new
Literally
normal,
nobody has.
oh come on, no one can light up a crowd like Al Gore.
I wouldn't be surprised if his rant ended with him saying, "Please clap."
No. Wrong side of the political aisle.
Yeah.
He'd say, please recycle.
And also Jeb Bush is more interesting. Let's see, leading the charge through Earth's new normal panel, discussion at the World Economic Forum's 2023 annual meeting, then I highly recommend you watch it. Learn to use commas. All right.
It's the worst thing I've ever heard of. Just the sentence alone makes me want to blow my fucking brains out. Why would I watch that?
Because it deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. Love or hate him, the man has more passion concerning the changing climate than probably most of us combined. I've been a Gore fan since I first read about him in a Mother Jones article in 1988. I also think that I am one of the few people who understood what he meant when he said that he took initiative in Congress that created the internet. Without Gore's leadership in Congress on the technology that supported the internet, it might not have been created when it was. He has been a visionary his whole life, and the world is a better place thanks to him.
He didn't invent the internet. He didn't invent the internet. Why does he keep saying that he invented the internet? He didn't invent the internet.
The way that he handled the 2000 election was remarkable now that we have seen just what could have been had he refused to concede. But let's get back to his moment in Davos. First of all, I think the former vice president has an issue with his hearing because he speaks very loudly. The man does not need a microphone, and this made his 10-minute recitation of just how bad things are in the battle to mitigate the negative effects of the changing climate that much more in our face. Let's see. With environmental risks taking the top slots in the World Economic Forum's 2023 risk report, it was inevitable that efforts to tackle climate and nature risks would play a leading role at Davos this week. Some were shocked.
Done anything? His entire legacy is having done nothing. He hasn't done jack shit with his entire life.
He yelled at a bunch of people at Davos' house. Let's see. Some were shocked by the anger expressed at the forum by ex-U.S. VP Al Gore, who distanced himself from U.S. climate envoy John Kerry on the growing role of petrostates and oil company executives in climate change negotiations. Already under pressure to reform, the World Bank also felt Gore's fury for completely failing to do its job is enabling climate finance flows, including de-risking for private investors.
Garrett's in chat mode.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Garrett Hedlund. Hey.
Yeah, he invented the internet. There would be no Tron without Al Gore.
Oh. Whoa. What?
As I watched Gore rip through numbers that none of us ever hear about concerning troposphere thickness and annual ice cap melt, all of which helped him better support the nightmarish scenarios he was drawing in front of our eyes, there was one that caught my attention and honestly scared the hell out of me. Gore said that if we keep going the way we are, pretending to be doing things like meeting at the annual conventions on climate change, which he said were a goddamn joke, then by the end of this century there will be 1 billion climate refugees.
Wait a
darn.
second. So Al Gore at a climate change summit criticized climate change summits.
Yeah. But what's your point?
What? Why?
And then dropping in a fact
Why?
and then dropping in a fact that was hidden in a supporting clause. He said something along the lines like, look how just a few million refugees over this past decade has sent our politics to rightist extremes. Imagine...
Hey, there is now
Yeah.
nightmare fuel in chat.
Gross.
Imagine, he asked, what 1 billion will do to our politics. Oh my god, climate change is causing fascism. But, okay. Is that photo like supposed to mean something? Or
I told you I was gonna find some random picture, so there you go.
This is what you get.
Oh, it's not the author. Okay.
I mean,
This is what nightmare fuel looks like.
I mean, it could
No
be
more
for all we
posting
know.
Selfies. Bob Potato says no more posting selfies for you.
Let's see. That is indeed a very scary thought. That is the scariest thought of them all, and I immediately began thinking how I wanted to find some survivors' camp and move my family there.
Well, if it's the scariest thought, what does she look like?
Hmm?
Braniel's like, what the fuck? Why do I click on it?
Let's forget about everything else, though. Let's set aside numbers like average temperatures and average rainfall predictions. Gore's inner wonk monster?
What?
Is that what he calls his dick? I don't know.
Yeah, why do people use the word wonk? It's a terrible word. It sounds like wank. It's just a terrible word. Stop using it.
If it fits the prompt, I'm calling that for my name on Sunday.
Yeah.
Gore's inner wonk monster can never resist boring people with numbers that only he and climate geeks find so tantalizing. Climate change deniers, like the entirety of the Republican Party, and all Murdoch publications, love it when he makes such precise predictions. For example, Gore says with his usual fury and emotion, temperatures will go up by 2 degrees Celsius by 2020. But then it turns out...
Hold on. Temperatures will go up by 2 degrees Celsius in 2020. There you go. That's Al Gore's fury.
But then it turns out that they only went up by 1.7 degrees Celsius by 2020. That gives the
Wow.
climate change deniers the necessary fuel to show that Gore is just some tree-hugging nut job and cannot be taken seriously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But he's super serial.
Yeah. Also, the fact that he said that Florida would be underwater in 2009.
Of course, it is.
And Ebony wouldn't be here unless
She
she
can
moved.
swim. She's just a good swimmer.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
she's black, but she's the one black person who can swim.
Oh wow.
The
Is that
the
really
climate-
the author?
the climate change types have gotten a lot wiser to how we actually call them out on their future predictions. So they just don't give us anything anymore that we can actually verify.
Nevertheless, the problems are real, and the temperatures are still rising, and all of the reasons that this is happening are still in place. Returning to Gore's prediction of 1 billion refugees by the end of the century, if he is off by 50%, even 70%, we still have one of the biggest human catastrophes ever. That will still...
Oh, yeah, huge. I could see all the people. This is a huge catastrophe we're living through right now. That's why all the people are running through the streets. Oh my God, climate change!
We didn't listen.
I'm on fire.
Let's see. That will still mean 300 million people are on the move, desperate, hungry, and willing to do anything for stability. And there will be billions more willing to do anything to keep those people out of their countries. This is a recipe for a Mad Max in the Thunderdome sequel. It's Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
That's racism against me now.
Yeah.
Dome harder.
A lot of the world's press has been everything but praising Gore for his conciseness and even bravery. But was he stunning? The right has not been so much as critical as it has just mocked him. The world's powers that be sensed a lack of decorum in his outburst from one of their own. Gore was sparing no one's feelings, and surely his social calendar will be a little light in 2023. But there is one person who will be looking to hang with a person I consider to be one of the brightest and most practical of time.
Oh, boy.
Of time? Alright. Greta Thunberg was praised by the former vice president and should have been president in 2000.
Oh God.
Hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Why?
I mean, she should have been president in 2000?
I mean, I assume that they mean Al Gore should have been, but the way it's phrased, it does sound like they wanted Greta
Yeah,
Thunberg to be the
She wasn't even born
2000
yet.
US president.
Yeah, this person
She
just
wasn't even
doesn't.
born yet, dude.
This person just doesn't know how to write.
If you are talking about practicality and then you mention Greta Thunberg in the next sentence, I'm inclined to believe you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Hey, she
I
had to.
just looked it up. Greta was born in 2003, so it would have been a hell of an accomplishment for her to be the U.S. president in the year 2000.
The same day as Kyle Rittenhouse.
And apparently, her middle name is Tintin. Greta
okay.
Tintin Eleonora Ernman Thunberg.
Jeez. All you need is 3 names. That's all you need.
I know.
Go with Davo.
Tintin.
Hey, the most extreme symbol of the current failure, he said, is the appointment of the boss of the oil company of the United Arab Emirates as president of COP28, the next United Nations conference on climate change, which will be held in December. We cannot let the oil companies and gas companies and petrostates tell us what is permissible, he said vehemently. He believes the time to act is now. He was given a standing ovation, especially by the younger members of the audience. Al Gore's comments will become historic for young people and people like me. I sat in awe as I listened to him mercilessly trashing the entire Potemkin's village that the battle against climate change has become. Maybe he hoped to be appointed the president of COP28, or maybe he is just sick of the hypocrisy, like so many of us regular people.
Or maybe he wants money.
It could be. And then he boarded his private jet. All right, let's see. Al Gore is not one of us, the regular people, and his angry words can be a long, long way, or can go a long, long way. They can and will be heard in many boardrooms all over the civilized world. I'm sure that as Al worked his way down the busy pre-cocktail party crowds on the promenade in Davos, many people under 40 were congratulating him. I am also sure that many of the people over 40 and many of the people responsible for most of the world's wealth generation were looking warily at him. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe fear and discomfort will motivate them to end the charade. Please watch his history-making comments here.
No.
No. It's a pretty clear instruction. I think we have to.
Yeah.
You have to, or you will go to jail.
This
Yeah,
got
I mean,
this got 6,000 likes.
not enough.
Yeah.
Make 1,000 accounts and get that up to 7K.
Well, now it's 6,001. Oh, 6,013.
Excellent.
Old guy yells at rich people. Give him a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, sounds perfect.
All right. Well, now it's time for the final game of the night. And
This
that
will be interesting.
is Porno Gender Edition.
The one
It's
with
big.
percent signs is fake.
Huh?
The one with percent signs is fake.
Hey, it's fake.
All right. And this is the one where I give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and one I made up. And you have to figure out which one is made up.
And
don't
what
even-
Frost is not telling you is that
B.
he's the actual owner of that website.
Me, I win.
Hey.
All right. So, gender A. Few gender.
What?
A gender that changes dependently on the weather and temperature.
If that flag doesn't have a goddamn storm cloud on it, I'm gonna be very
No,
disappointed.
it's got to have Storm from X-Men on it.
Maybe it should be fugue gender, as in when you hear about it, you enter a fugue state, and then wake up 3 days later not knowing where you are.
All right. Gender B. Pendogender.
What?
Never being satisfied with your gender, no matter how well it fits, usually due to self-doubt.
What? Okay.
All right. And gender C. Glucoflux.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Fluid gender that changes based on blood sugar levels, especially in people with diabetes.
Will.
So diabetic gender.
Will is glucoflux.
That's Frosted. That's real special. You know that.
He made a gender
special.
just for diabetics.
And Will at Forge says, I feel seen.
Isn't that the important part? All right. So I'll start a poll so chat can get in
B.
on it.
Hey.
Don't forget one of the
B.
options is that they're all real.
B.
All right. So Jack, you said
I'm just thinking of like the Todd from Scrubs saying, "In your endogender."
Yeah.
so. That was B, Jack.
B.
All right. Are you just picking randomly?
Yes.
Isn't Todd also the one that keeps asking JD how his penis is doing?
Yeah. But
That
he asked
sounds like
everyone that.
Ebony says, what was the second one again? That's
Pendogender.
never being satisfied with your gender, no matter how well it fits, usually due to self-doubt.
Yeah, you will say that you are pendogender, even though. So does that mean that you don't like being pendogender?
Yeah, I mean, literally. You're not satisfied with your gender.
Yeah. that is like a self-fulfilling prophecy right there. Done.
Yeah.
In fairness, I'm not satisfied with any of these genders.
All right, Moon.
Hey, fuck that flu gender.
All right, Terry.
I'll go with Moon. A.
All right, Keeve.
B.
All right. Let's see. Chat is lean. Looks like A and all real are tied, but they're all really close.
Oh, what?
No
You
one
just
wants
gave
to
a
break
hint.
Will's heart by suggesting that glucoflux isn't real.
Frosta just gave a hint when he said they're all really close. All real. Ah.
Yeah, you caught me. And also, look at the colors of the terminals on my car battery.
Oh.
Oh, look what you did, Moon. Now everybody's voting all real.
See? See? I listen. I interpret. It's all real.
Oh, and Moon just yelled C. Now he's hinting that C is it.
Observe, they are all real. You must vote for the C.
Yeah. Now all real's in the lead with A and C tied for second.
B.
It's A. It's always A.
I stand by my. No one wants to break Will's heart by suggesting that glucoflux isn't real. So that's why no one picked it.
That is an insult to all diabetics.
But Terry is real.
No, I'm not.
Terry.
I'm Australian. I'm not. Australia is not real.
He's a real person who lives in a fake place.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
He's everyone's imaginary friend. Terry Diamantis. Imaginary friend.
Is there such a thing as a Terry gender?
Of course.
Somebody who plays video games all day and is just happy with that?
Well, didn't we determine that your gender is 60 FPS plus gender?
Come on.
All right. Well, I think I'll end the poll here. So it looks like the chat went with all real.
Thanks to Moon.
Ah.
That's called election interference, Moon. All right.
Fine.
And so the answer is
D.
C is fake.
Oh, Will. Oh, poor Will.
That's right. You
B.
were all wrong.
The Beatus does not exist.
I think that's incorrect because clearly that's what Will is. I think you just need to update the wiki with glucoflux.
I was thinking the flag for the glucoflux would have had like a glucometer on it. with just like white stripes and black stripes, and then a red stripe in the middle if it's too high.
All right. So
No. The glucoflux flag would have a picture of Wilford Brimley on it.
or just his mustache.
Oh boy,
Diabetes.
I miss that man.
Hey, it was great in The Thing. All right. So let's take a look at the flags for the real ones. So that's few gender, just a little.
It's gonna be boring.
At least it's vertical stripes this time.
Oh wow!
Kind of looks a bit German to me.
They
Yeah.
turned it 90 degrees. Ooh.
And here's pendo gender, which has a little more effort put into it.
Ooh, that's kind of pretty.
Diamonds.
They are a girl's best friend.
See, the pendo gender one is racist because the square in the middle looks white to me. So
Yeah. It's surrounded by a bunch of yellows.
The pendo gender flag looks
And
like
browns,
a decal
sort of.
you'd find on a shirt in like some shitty Cal Arts cartoon.
Yeah, that's like an Old Navy shirt, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Johnny in chat says his son was so happy to be included. Now I have to tell him he doesn't exist.
At least one of us is going to be laughing soon.
All right. So now it's time for our final article.
spare us.
As a black American, I was horrified watching last night's State of the Union address.
Yeah, it's a white woman. Wait, what? Oh,
In the picture, it's a white woman, like the article picture.
then why the fuck is it a white woman yelling?
Maybe she's woke.
Well,
Does she identify as a black person?
you'll have to hear the
Possible.
article, Moon.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, that's who that is?
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know what the hell she looks like. I don't really
It might be Marjorie Taylor Red. I
I can tell.
Marjorie
Are we-
Taylor Red.
Are we basically over the whole respecting the president while they're giving the address? Because I think that pretty much everything went out the door when that guy shouted "You lie" at Obama, and then really went out the door when what's her name ripped up the speech after Trump gave it.
Pelosi. But didn't
Nancy
someone throw a
Pelosi, yeah.
shoe at
Oh,
Bush
God.
Jr. as well?
Well, I don't think
was
that was
during a.
that wasn't at the State of the Union.
Yeah, that wasn't
okay.
State of the
You're
Union.
talking
That was
specifically State of the Union.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to be putting this woman's, I guess, a woman's face in chat. Right there.
And
If
honestly, I am 100% in favor of this turn of events. I don't think that the president deserves any respect while he's standing in front of these people. I think that he should be heckled. I don't care who it is. Just get it all out of the way. We should have more open criticism of our politicians. It at least seems a little more, I mean, obviously it's rehearsed, but at least it's more entertaining than whatever bullshit the president says.
why is her neck giraffe colored? Last night's State of the Union address was one for the record books. I have never in my life seen one like it before. As the Washington Post explains, midway through the State of the Union address, the room turned feisty as some Republican lawmakers began booing President Biden. Some pointed fingers toward his position at the center of the House chamber. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene stood and yelled at him, "Liar."
Well, yeah, he lied many times in that speech.
Specifically right before everybody called him a liar.
Basically.
Yes, during last night's State of the Union address, Republicans booed and heckled the president.
Like the fucking Dems have never done that shit. And you shut the fuck up. You shut your goddamn whore mouth.
There was a lack of decorum, class, and self-control that is usually displayed at the yearly address.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Democrats are the fucking definition of proper and, oh, we are so respectful. Oh, look at us. Look at us. We wear white because we're suffragette bitches. Oh, look at us. Shut the fuck up.
Democrats are like the poster child for like the apoplectic screaming whiner.
Never trust Democrats wearing all white.
Yeah, and didn't they do that every single fucking year that Trump made his State of the Union address too? There's like a whole gaggle of them that wore white.
I wish just one of them had like eaten spaghetti beforehand and had a huge marinara stain. In 2009, Republican House Representative Joe Wilson yelled, "You lie," at America's first black president, Barack Obama. During a national...
Well, was he lying?
That's not important, Jack. He was black. That's important.
Yes, and a black president will always tell the truth, 150%.
But also black with a capital B, which is important.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Just
He's
like the
politically
capital,
black.
just like the B in Barack is capital, the B in black also has to be capital.
Also, the B in Obama is capital.
Oh, I see what you did there.
That ups his blackness by like 3%.
A whopping 3%.
Barack Obama.
I almost had a Freudian slip and said 13%. Let's see. At Barack Obama, during a nationally televised joint address to the Congress, President Obama was speaking about his health care plans, but at least Wilson was condemned by both Democrats and Republicans and was forced to apologize.
Obamacare was the worst thing that you could possibly have done to the healthcare system. So don't you dare start. Oh, it's such a great thing, Obamacare! Yay!
Yeah, Bernie Sanders would have done it better.
Well, yeah, duh. Socialists and socialism always works, didn't you know?
It's amazing. Every time the government gets involved with a product, the price of the product goes up exponentially.
Oh, it's
It's kind of
amazing.
incredible. It's almost as though government involvement doesn't make things cheaper like they
Yeah,
say it will.
You're getting confused. That's just an unfortunate coincidence.
Yeah,
We need bigger government. We need bigger government.
it's just because the rich aren't paying their fair share, Jack.
Yeah,
I'm just going to throw this out there. Maybe if we remove the government from certain things, those things might get cheaper.
No, but then who would get the welfares?
Yeah, I'm just spitballing, you know.
Yeah. Removing the government, it was the first step toward all the white people genociding all the brown people.
Well, that and where would we all put all that government cheese?
Okay. I feel like I've been watching the State of the Union address for all of my life. My mother and grandmother watched it religiously. Teachers would give us
very much.
Teachers would give us extra credit points if we watched it, then summed it up for homework.
You think this person like records the fucking State of the Union and then just plays it back over and over and over again like they got nothing better to do?
What I want to know is, what is her explanation for the fact that they were heckling an old white man and not an actual black person?
Oh, yeah, well.
Because what does this have to do with white supremacy? He's white.
Jack, he has
the
a D after his name. Therefore, he is the best thing ever.
Yeah, a D for damn he's black.
Yeah.
All right. It was viewed as an important and pivotal event. Oh boy, I drove Moon crazy.
What is Biden done for black people?
Force them into voting for him.
Is there actually any evidence? Is there actually any facts out there that life under President Biden got any better if you were black? Or is there any evidence that life got better for anyone under President Biden?
Well, if he didn't run, we wouldn't know who's black, because we wouldn't know who voted for him.
Damn, he's black.
I'm being told that Biden did help black people because criminals got their rights back.
Such a great person. The B is capitalized in his name.
Dem, he's black.
Damn, he's black.
All right, let's see.
Dem are black.
It was viewed as an important and pivotal event that every American with a television should watch. They even played it on multiple stations. I mean, they still do. State of the Union addresses are always a Democrat versus Republican affair. If the president is a Democrat, then the person who gives the rebuttal is a Republican, and vice versa.
Wow.
If the president is a Republican, then the Republican politicians in the audience stand up and clap every 5 words he says, and vice versa.
Uh-huh.
Last night, however, was different.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way. When the president was a Democrat, Nancy Pelosi shot up so fucking fast to clap, you would think she was a porn star's dick. You know, it's like, oh, and then when Trump was president, she was just like, I guess I'll just be a limp all day, just like everybody else. Oh, no, he can never make anything. No good points there. He's a Republican.
I mean,
But that was an interesting comparison because Nancy Pelosi and erect penises are not two things that ever go together.
Yeah.
In any other situation other than your analogy.
Last night, however, was different. The Republican politicians in the audience were absolutely out of control. There was a sense of black joy at the beginning of the speech. All
Oh, we've talked about
Black
Black Joy.
Joy.
Her name's Reed.
huh?
Oh, fuck's sake.
We've talked about Black Joy before. Her name is Reed.
Oh yeah.
I see what you did there.
There was a sense of black joy at the beginning of the speech. All the black politicians in the crowd looked jubilant, seeing Vice President Kamala Harris sitting on the podium. And knowing
Yes, because she totally worked very, very hard to get there.
All the black people saw all the other black people, and they were happy because black.
Yes, and Kamala Harris knows all about those big old fucking erect penises, doesn't she?
I mean, whenever I'm in a room with a lot of white people, I am uncontrollably happy. Let's see. And knowing that Hakeem Jeffries is the first black House minority leader. He leads all the minorities? Something that President Biden pointed out during his speech. The Republicans looked extra surly for some reason. Their bad temperaments only got worse as Biden delivered a powerful and blunt State of the Union address, calling out the Republicans and their terrible policies that favor the rich and the white.
Hey,
Damn,
guys.
he's
wait.
blunt.
Well, wait, hold on. The whole purpose of the State of the Union address is to deliver the State of the Union, and it is to try and look like a unifying force in the country. If you start criticizing the other party, you deserve to get booed. Why on earth would they sit there and just take it on the chin if you're openly criticizing them?
No,
It's stupid.
You're supposed to criticize them, especially by lying about them.
Is it wrong that I think of like Jay and Silent Bob whenever I hear blunts? Who smokes the blunts? We smokes the blunts. Rolling blunts and smoking blunts.
I bet you he didn't even say anything about the actual State of the Union. He probably I don't even know what he said. I bet you it was all just this is what we're gonna do all over again like he did last year.
Well, he's gonna cure cancer, and everything's going great.
Cure cancer, man.
Ooh, that would be a nice thing because I've had it twice now, fucker. So if you want my vote, cure cancer right there, bam, done.
Hey, Joe, it's 2 years into your presidency. How much closer are we to curing cancer?
I'm pooping myself.
Well,
I made pudding in my pants.
I mean, I think didn't his wife get cancer, which is just a step backwards?
I don't know. I'd call it a step forwards.
Kiev, would that be chocolate chunk?
Sure. Chunky.
That's his ice cream flavor, is chocolate chunk.
Let's see. The Republicans couldn't keep their emotions to themselves. Their feelings were all over their faces, and they couldn't stay quiet.
Okay, well, I can guarantee you that Republicans can maintain their opinions and attitudes a hell of a lot better than fucking Dems can, so I don't want to hear your shit.
Okay, Donald Trump's State of the Union addresses, their entire purpose was to be unifying. He talked about good things. He talked about good things he did or was in some way tangentially associated with. He talked about good stuff. He tried to be unifying. And he did this not really because it made him look good, but because it made the Democrats look like a bunch of assholes when they sat there with sour faces. But he didn't actually criticize the Democrats directly.
Yeah.
And that was the purpose of his State of the Union addresses.
Yeah, like what?
Because it made them look bad because they acted out. That's the difference.
Making the Dems look bad is white supremacy and patriarchy.
Yeah. Like when he talked about how the black unemployment was at an all-time low and the Republicans clapped and the Dems just sat there looking mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't... The Democrats weren't able to boo anything because he only said positive stuff. And he didn't actually criticize... Yeah, and he didn't actually criticize them at all. So they couldn't boo that. If you criticize someone, you're allowed to boo. You're allowed to boo if someone's being an asshole towards you on a huge stage.
Oh, on a
I don't
huge
care
stage.
who
I was
the
gonna start
fuck you
booing
are.
now.
What was that, Terry?
Said, oh, on a huge stage. I was going to start booing Jack, but I don't need to now.
Let's see. Their feelings were all over their faces, and they couldn't stay quiet. They were rowdy, disrespectful, uncouth, and some should have been ejected from the crowd.
This woman does know that Biden is nothing but a mush brain ice cream eater, right?
That,
He
yeah,
stood up to Corn Pop. He's a hero.
Yeah.
Ah, he's a bad dude. Yeah.
He was.
at
And
one
now he's dead, thanks to Joe Biden.
at one point,
Oh, wait. Keeve, you made Johnny Blaze spit out his shot, so that is one
It
drink
was
he'll
worth it.
never. Yep, one drink that he will never be able to get back.
come on, Johnny, spitters or quitters. All right. Let's see. At one point, Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy mouthed that Biden was lying while he sat behind him. I easily read his lips. As a black person, what I saw last night was a white American lynch mob. And
No.
and one thing
No, how? He's a white man.
and one thing that a black American knows is the danger of the white American lynch mob.
Oh my God, we're gonna lynch them all.
They have a spidey
White
sense for
people
lynch
lynching
mobs.
white people is white
Gotta
supremacy.
lynch them all.
I was gonna say, gotta lynch them all. Gotta lynch them all.
One of the biggest lynchings in American history was against Italians. So
Italians are black. The more you know.
Yeah.
mm,
We know
we can't do that because the star is white. It'll have to be a black star.
we know what they're capable of.
Remember
Yes.
all that unifying talk Joe Biden was doing early on in his presidency?
Mhm.
Whatever happened to that unifying bullshit?
Yeah, we're more
You
unified
think
than
that
ever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
clearly.
You'd think that you'd at least try and maintain a semblance of, like, I'm trying to be unifying, instead of just openly attacking anyone who disagrees with you.
But the other way's more fun. We know what they're capable of and get away with when they feel threatened.
Hell of a lot less than Democrats do.
When their whiteness and sense of supremacy feel threatened. When they feel that the world is changing and becoming more equitable, more fair for black people, brown people, and other marginalized people. White people are deadly and dangerous.
Wait, motherfucker! You capitalize the B in black and brown, but you don't fucking capitalize W. You racist piece of shit!
That's standard practice. They always do it that way.
What a
Yeah.
piece of shit this person
he
is.
forgot did indigenous, and he could have at least capitalized the M and marginalized.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just capitalize everything except white.
Johnny says,
Mimic.
"I'm black from the waist down."
Let's see. There is no limit and no bottom to what they are capable of doing. Look at what they did on January 6th when they stormed the Capitol.
Why?
Oh, see, you fool! You've activated my trap card," says Jack.
Look what the frickin' writers did in my hometown almost 3 years ago.
Yeah, and it was
Every
all
other
white
other
people.
cities,
They were
Portland and
riots of love. Keith.
Minneapolis.
Yeah, they didn't call the summer of love for nothing. Let's see.
Summer of love. Yeah.
That event was only the beginning, and things have gotten worse, not better, since then. Keep in mind, Republican politicians colluded with the trespassers, and none have been held accountable for their role in the insurrection.
God, things have gotten worse when someone spill your juice box too.
Yeah,
How many
sorry.
people died?
Oh, and
I heard January 6th. The rest of it is just.
How many people died on January 6th? One person?
yeah,
Yeah, Ashley Babbitt.
and
It was worse than 9/11, don't you know?
Ashley Babbitt was really great, apparently. She was worth 3,000 people. And there's the famous noose The one where when they show a person standing next to it, it's actually like 4 feet tall.
Yeah. I just like the idea of Babbitt season, like
Babbitt's
as a poster put up by Elmer Fudd.
Hey, remember Daffy Duck is a black person.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not the only black person who felt horror and dread of what's to come looking at those angry white faces on my TV screen. In fact, hours before the speech, McCarthy and other Republican leaders had told lawmakers that all eyes would be on them as Biden delivered his remarks.
Babbitt season, cuck season. Babbitt season, fire!
And Representative Elise Stefanik said cameras are always on and microphones are always hot. Even knowing this, Republicans couldn't control themselves. Even with Nancy Pelosi's husband in the crowd, who was recently attacked by an indoctrinated far-right winger, the Republicans could not control themselves.
You're kidding. You're kidding. Really? How clueless are you? Do you know anything at all about? Have you been watching the news? Have you been under a rock for like the last? What? How?
Under
Why would
Barack.
you repeat that? Do you have any shame, any dignity at all?
They're just like a lynch mob. The
Really going to the Paul Pelosi well after everything that's come out about that stupid story?
The guy who did it was just a right winger. He wasn't, just an insane guy.
Mhm.
The Republicans could not control themselves. The far right is a danger and a threat. They are unhinged and nothing is being done about it. Check out my Patreon page. I want to see what the comments are. Let's see. I'm sure I'm not the only black person who felt horror. I don't feel at home here. I want to leave, but there's nowhere to go. White supremacy is global. There is no place on this planet that hasn't been corrupted by its division and greed.
Boo, fucking
This
boo.
reminds me of the what's his face, Tim Curry thing. He goes, "I'm going to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism, space."
Space!
Tired as fuck black man.
What?
That's the name of the commenter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe.
Tired
Find me
AF
a
black man.
fucking river,
Tired
you
AF black
fucking
man.
pussy.
And yet we are deemed to be the emotional rage monsters. Typical.
This entire article is demonstrative of being an emotional rage monster.
Had one of the black congresswomen screeched like MTG, we black people would never hear the end of it.
I have no idea what a trap card is, but I looked up trap card meme, and one of them has Admiral Akbar on it. It says it's a trap.
I'm pretty sure the whole trap card thing is a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
I don't know. It's some nerdy
One of,
thing.
one of them even had Rick Astley on it, called it a Rickroll trap.
That was my thoughts as well. A white supremacist lynch mob. The American government knows what America supremacists are up to.
Oh, God.
But they aren't going to do a damn thing about it.
Huh.
The fuck are you talking
Beaver
about?
damn thing about it.
Yep. I wish I could still comment.
Well, you're going to have to resubscribe with a different screen name.
Yeah.
I would have just
Lofted grass.
I would have just put, "Damn, you're onto us."
I definitely think you should make a second account.
All right. Moon just discovered memes once again.
I fucking love
Yeah, not even like new memes, like 20-year-old memes.
Hey, I'm usually that's about how long my average behind the times is. Some of these are fucking hilarious though.
Hey guys, did you know about this cat that apparently wants a cheeseburger?
Did you see the awkward penguin meme? How about Lime Cat?
Well, this one right here is called "You Autistic Fuck," and it says you can only activate this card when someone plays the "Bitch I have a fidget spinner" card.
I have no idea what you're talking about. All right. Well, while Moon loses it,
I'm sorry, I've stopped.
All right. Well, that's all I have for tonight, gentlemen. So take a moment to shill my co-host and guest. Let's see. Boobs has Quippers United on his channel Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Looking for guests.
Let's see. Moon has his Twitch channel linked in the description where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer.
Yes, and as I've said, I'll be 49 on Monday, so I'm thinking about doing a birthday stream, which is a little bit longer than your average, but I'm still
You're
toying with
announcing
the
a
idea.
stream for next year?
Shut up.
All right. Let's see. Terry is on Six's Sober streams. He's on Quippers United. He's on Mr. Adams and One Ton Hammers Minions Nights. Let's see. What am I missing? He's on Johnny Hellcat streams. I think.
Just everywhere. Just
Yeah, all the streams.
I'm always on a stream somewhere.
Yeah.
Omnipresent.
Yeah. He's on.
Oh, why aren't you on what's his face's stream? Minion streams.
He's on Markiplier streams.
Well, I won't be watching that one. Fuck that guy.
He's on PewDiePie streams.
Yeah.
Oh, who does? What the fuck was his name? I can't remember what his name was. He's a guy that likes to talk a lot. I don't remember what his name is. He's very proper.
That narrows it down.
Jacksepticeye?
All right. Anything you want to shill, Keeve?
Well, I haven't been doing my drunk streams, but yeah, I've been doing drunk streams just as an experiment. But yeah, I do my birthday song streams.
Right.
Wait, you get shit faced and then you stream?
Yeah, I've done it a few times. But yeah, I want to get a new microphone so that I can, sound better, because I think my sound is kind of watery sometimes.
Are you
But
underwater?
yeah, that's... No. But I am right by the lake.
All right. So let's see. We should be back on the normal day, Friday next week, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
See you later.
That was neat. Bye.